Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's teaching, I'll show you how to cut or draft a beautiful corset and how to sew the corset. So let's get to the work table. I already drawn my line. This line is the shoulder line, which is 16 inches divided by 2. We have 8 inches. Then I come down by 1 inch. This is my shoulder slope, 1 inch shoulder slope. I connected the line from the tip of the shoulder to the 1 inch shoulder slope. This is the armhole line, which I use half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. I measured 8 inches here. This is chest line. I measure 8 inches, half of the shoulder measurement, before I connect the armhole line from here to here. This is my bust line from shoulder to the bust point is 10.5 inches. This is the under bust line from the shoulder to the under bust is 15 inches. This is my waist line. Shoulder to the waist line is 18 inches, and this is the allowance. So this is 1 inch under the bust. I took 1 inch here. I took 1 inch here. This is the bust line. I came down by 1 inch. This is my shoulder. I measured from here to here. This is the midpoint of the shoulder. Then I connected the line from the midpoint to the bust point. So this is the neck. The neck I took 4 inches, 4 by 5 inches. So I want to connect the neck now. Remember, it's a corset blouse. I will connect the curve from here to the under bust, to the 1 inch under the bust line, this 1 inch here. So I'm connecting it this way. Then I'll connect the center bust cup. Then for the chest line, I'll measure 1 inch, 1 inch here, and 1 inch this way. Then I'll connect it to the bust point. Remember, it's a corset blouse, so watch it very well. Don't be in a hurry. So I'm connecting this one too. So how are you going to get the corset cuff now? Remember, you have gotten it through this dart, but I want to show you the easiest way to do it. My bust span measurement is 5 inches, as you can see. 5 inches here, 5 inches under the bust, 5 inches at the waistline, and 5 inches at the seam line. So my bust span measurement is 4.5 inches plus ½ inch, making 5 inches. So I will come here and measure 4.5 inches. I'll come to the chest line, measure 4.5 inches. Then I'll connect it from here to the 4.5 inches. Remember, as I said, my bust span is 4.5 inches plus half inch, making it 5 inches. So that is the cup here. I'm connecting it this way too. Then I'll go to the side of it and I'll measure the bust span measurement also, which is 4.5 inches. So I'll take the measurement there. Then I'll connect it from here to this point. This is the easiest method of measuring a corset blouse. Then I'll come down by ½ inch and I will now join the line to the ½ inch. Remember, you have to check whether the measurement is the same from here to the bust point and from here to the bust point also. So it's 3 inches, 3 inches. Then I'll come down from this point. I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll connect it to this 1 inch here. Connect it this way. If you want a yoke, you can cut it up this way. This is the yoke. The yoke can be attached to any blouse. You can equally attach it to this place, to the bust point. So I want to take the circumference now. I've finished measuring the bust cup. So I want to take the circumference now. The bust is 42 divided by 4 is 10.5 inches. Plus, remember, this is 2 inches here. That is 12.5 inches. Plus 5 inches allowance. Plus 5 inches allowance, or you can add 4 inches. So I'll bring down the 4 inches this way. I'm not going to measure the underbust, but I'll measure the waist. The waist is 40 divided by 4. You have 10 inches plus 2 inches here is 12 inches plus 5 inches allowance. It's better for you to add allowance than for you to look for allowance everywhere. You can trim it off when you finish sewing the corset. Remember, it's a corset blouse. So I'm going to measure the midpoint of the armhole, which is 4 inches. I'm just measuring for the sake of yoke. If you want to use the yoke, you can get it from here. So if you like, you can add allowance here. Remember, this is a pattern. You can as well add allowance in your clothes as you are cutting the fabric. You can take it like this, or you can leave it when you finish. That's when you trim it out. If you like, you can add some inches there. If you don't need the yoke, you can add some inches like this. Maybe like 1 inch or 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So I want to cut it out now. Okay, I want to cut it now. Corset blouse. So this is the back side of the corset. As you can see, this is my shoulder. 16 divided by 2, 8 inches. 1 inch length. This is the neck, 4 by 4. This is the chest line. This is my bust line. This is my bust line. This is the waistline. This line here, the center line here, is my bust span line. That's 5 inches from here to here. 5 inches, 5 inches. So I took half inch here, half inch here, and now connect it to the armhole line or chest line. So this is the circumference. I've taken the measurement already. This is the armhole. This is the midpoint of the armhole. So I want to measure the neck of it. I want to measure 2 inches. You can take 1.5 inch, but I want to take 2 inches here. Then I'll not connect it to the seam line here. I want to use my hip cuff to connect it like so. Remember, I'm using 2 inches from the bust line. Then I'll cut it, trim it off. This is the yoke. Remember, this is the allowance of 4 inches that I added. Now trim it off. I'm cutting off the bags. So this is the back side of it. This is the back side. This is the yoke for the back. This is the zipper. That's the zip allowance. Remember to notch at the edge here, notch here. So that is how it is. So I want to show you how to sew it. This is how to sew it. First of all, you place the material this way. This is number 2. This is number 1. Then remember to add ½ inch allowance. Add allowance all through. I'm adding ½ inch allowance for the bra up. At this upper side, I want to add 1 inch. You can trim up the excess when you finish sewing it. The same thing applicable to number 2 of it. By the side, add ½ inch allowance. At the up, add 1 inch. This is the easiest corset. This one is not the complex type. Remember that I said by the side is ½ inch allowance, up is 1 inch. So this number 1 and this number 2. Then after you might have finished cutting it, if you want to add additional material or another material to it, from here, from the upper side, you measure like 3 inches or 2.5 inches. Then measure this one the same thing and cut and attach another material to it. So as it is, you have to gum it with soft gum, with extra or with light wadding. This is what I meant by extra or light wadding. This is how I gum it. I gum this way, I gum this way. Remember, this one goes with this one, goes with this one, this one goes with this one. So you gum all of them. When you finish gumming all of them, place it this way. Remember there's an edge here. Sew it like this and stop somewhere here. This is what I did to this one here. This one I've already gummed it. Then I sew here. This is how it is now. The same thing applicable to this side. I already gummed and I sewed it the same way. This is how it is for this side. This is the breast cup. This is the center of the front. You join it like this way. Then you turn it this way. So you have to join it. This is the center. of the corset. This is the side of the corset. So join the side to the center, join the side to the center. Then this is the cup. From here, from this joint, place it this way and sew it round to here. Then sew it round to here. The same thing is applicable to this place. Place it this way, this joint facing this joint, sew it that way. So this is it. This is how I join this one. This is it. You have to iron it very well. This is the cup. This is the cup. Iron it very well. This is how I join the breast cup. See how I join it. Join it all around. Join the same thing. So that's it. This is the cup. As you can see, I'm putting it on. That is the corset. So that is how to cut and sew a perfect corset blouse. As you can see, so beautiful, so fine, so neat. So thank you so much for watching this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. It's a new channel. Support us. God will bless you. Stay safe. Bye.